Transformers issue number 5. And before we begin, can we just look at this amazing cover? You got Optimus Prime looking at the gun of Megatron. We already know from the last issue that he's already wearing Megatron's arm as his arm, you know, because he ripped off his arm and just went to work. He didn't have an arm left, so they attached Megatron's arm with the cannon, and that's Optimus Prime right now in issue number 5. The cover's fantastic, and I might do an entire video on some of the awesome Starscream covers because there's been so many very cool variants of covers for this series, so we might look into that. If you guys want it, let me know. Also, real quick, so many people are asking, hey, where can I buy this series? In the top of the description, I got the Amazon link for Volume 1. I'm sure if you click on it, Volume 2, Volume 3, individual comics, they're all there in the list. So go check it out if you want to pick this up. I encourage people to pick this up. It's been awesome. Now let's get into issue number 5. We start off with Sparkplug talking to Optimus Prime, and we've got some really cool visuals of both of them sharing war stories and the wars that they've been involved in. This is Spike's dad. I call him Sparkplug. In this series, they call him Sparky. So, and I love how they put, you know, Sparky's expressions and Optimus Prime's as they both talk about the wars that they were a part of and how hard it's been. So they're having a moment, you know, they were having a moment of bonding, of like understanding each other. And he was asking about how long your war is, Optimus Prime. He goes, man, it's been so long, I can't even count. That's how long it's been. So it's really cool to see this in the story, you know, that both of them have something in common when it comes to fighting wars. We immediately go back to the arc where Starscream and Soundwave have gotten Teletran 1 to work with the body of Skywarp. You know, you could see it in there. And Starscream's like, yeah, it's working. Let's bring our brothers back. And Soundwave wants to start with his beloved Ravage. And you could see here Starscream says, what? With the smallest one? And he punts Soundwave's beloved Ravage out of his hand. So we got more tension brewing between Soundwave and Starscream. And Starscream's like, more is more, Soundwave. More is more. They bring back Thundercracker. Thundercracker's like, oh man, I'm back. But like, what did you do to my brother, Skywarp? Like, he's in the computer, and Starscream's like, he made a sacrifice so we can all get back for the greater good. They bring back Frenzy and Reflector. Now, I don't know anybody that owned a Reflector. He's the camera transformer Decepticon, but I guess he has something in this story. Reflector immediately is like, it's good to be back, Starscream, but where is and before he could even say Megatron, Starscream grabs him and says, stay focused on the enemy. Starscream does not want to hear that name. They get a report in that the Autobots have found the power source where they could start bringing back Autobots, and Starscream's like, we got to end this once and for all. Everybody follow me. Everybody that's back, let's stop them before they take our power, right? So then we head back to this area where Sparky, has shown them that you can get power from this dam, from the water. It's straight from the source. So if we can get this turbine going, we can get all the energy that you need, right? And so they start working on it and trying to fix it, and we get a shot here of Wheeljack. Wheeljack's only been put together half, right? Only half of his body. And he needs to be fully recovered. But Ratchet's like, hey, what's going on, Wheeljack? How's it working? He's like, I don't know. We got to test it out. Let's see what happens so we can start bringing people back. They yell at Cliffjumper, pull the lever, let's see, and it starts working. Wheeljack is like, it's working. Let's get you fixed, Optimus. We need you fixed first. And he goes, no. In Optimus Prime fashion and who he is, he's like, I'm last. The Warriors first. Again, I can't tell you how much I love how they have captured the essence of Optimus Prime in this series. It's awesome. And they bring back RC. Now, you might not have heard of her before. She made her appearance in Transformers, the movie, and don't get me started on that. And unfortunately, according to Hasbro, they had some toys ready to go, but they never released it during Transformers the movie. I'm not sure if they have one out now. They might have, but that was kind of her story. She was introduced in Transformers the movie, and no toy was ever made, so, you know. But she was brought back, and she's just like, what's going on, Ratchet, my old friend? And before the pleasantries, before the welcome, she screams at Ratchet to get down and moves him out of the way as the Decepticons begin their attack. You got Thundercracker screaming justice for Skywarp, you know, and Starscream is like, they're rebuilding. We got to destroy that place that's giving them power. And then we get this awesome scene with Optimus Prime, you know, and some of the others, and Sparkplug there shooting at Laserbeak and just firing all around. Massive action right here. We've got Ratchet picking up Jazz with RC, and like they're trying to revive as many Autobots as possible to get into the fight. And then Starscream releases Reflector. Reflector's like, here we go, Autobots. Optimus Prime looks at him dead in the face and pulls out the cannon from Megatron's arm and points it at Reflector. Reflector's like, oh dear. And in the next page, he is totally annihilated, erased from history, evaporated by that cannon. I mean, let's be honest. If they were going to pick one to die, why not be Reflector? I don't know anybody that owned this particular Decepticon. I don't know how popular he was, you know, but he's gone. And his boy Frenzy was like, Reflector, my buddy, what are you doing? Prime grabs him by the leg and just slams him down, slams his face down. You can see parts of him just flying up. I don't know if Frenzy survived this. So these two could have been brought back for literally 4 pages, and they're no longer with us. They're gone. You got Cliff Jumper and Carly, she's got a vengeance, you know? She wants to see Starscream gone after what happened to her father. She runs out there. Silly humans, always messing things up. And she just takes fire. They start shooting the ground, and Carly falls off the cliff of the dam. You see Prime and everybody look up, screaming Carly. And here we have RC. She transforms, and she's like, I don't know who you are, but if Prime cares about you, then I care about you. Rescues Carly in her hot rod. It's pretty awesome. And you got Cliff Jumper very excited, like, oh man, it's so good to have you back. And Rumble's getting ready to annihilate Cliff Jumper. And here comes Jazz. Jazz has been brought back, and he wrecks Rumble. You know, I don't know if Rumble has survived this either, because they're killing off characters left and right, and we're only on issue number 5. You got Jazz, you got Cliff Jumper, you got everybody fighting, and then it happens. Starscream lands, and he looks at Prime, and we're about to see the showdown. And they mince words. And Prime shows him the Megatron arm with the cannon. And he goes, last I remember, you were cowering in front of this very weapon. Shows him the gun and says, a constant reminder of what you'll never be. I love it. I love it. Prime with the one-liners that just gets under everyone's skin. That was just perfectly said. Starscream has a trigger moment, a reaction, runs after him, and tries to knock him down. But no. Prime turns around with the cannon and just begins an assault. Nails Starscream. Starscream's like, we got to retreat. We got to get out of here. And Prime smells blood in the water. People are cheering. The Decepticons have retreated with whoever was still alive. And Prime's like, it's time to go after him. It's time. We can end this right now. We got to roll out. There's a moment here with Carly. Carly's like, I got to go. I got to see this. And they're like, no, it's too dangerous. We can't let you go. And she's like, I got to see this end. I got to see you take out Starscream. Please. And while she's standing there, Cliff Jumper grabs her and pulls her into his car while he's heading out. He goes, you're right, Carly. You should be there when we finally stop the Decepticons for good. In the next page, they're heading out to the Ark. At least that's what I've always called it. They don't really call it that in the series, at least yet. But Prime is like, this is the vessel that brought us to your planet. They're like, yes. And as soon as they get close, Prime is smashed by a giant dump truck that's green that can only mean one thing. That's right. The Constructicons have been reborn. And you can see Starscream here with an evil grin. He's like, I knew you would follow me, you stupid Autobots. I knew you'd follow me back, but look at my new toys. And he yells at the Constructicons to merge into, we all know what's coming. We all know. Into Devastator. We get our first look at Devastator. And he's got his hand over Prime. Prime looks beaten. You see Sparkplug there too. They're looking up at this giant transformer that combined, you know. And that is the end. That is the end of this issue. My goodness. I can't wait to get into the next one. But we got Devastator back. And Prime is about to go one-on-one with Devastator. I'm not sure. But are you loving this series? Are you glad that we changed the channel up? I hope so. I hope you would give this video a like. I hope that you'll share it out and help me get into that Transformer algorithm. And if you watched it all the way to the end, could you just type in Devastator in the comments section? That tells me that you watched it all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. This is Jay, and we'll catch you on the next one.